So I know in the past I've had words to say about how I feel about TikTok, Dub Smash, Musically. I'm pretty sure there's other places too that I haven't brought up. But sometimes you go soft, you do your research. You might get a little obsessive, if you will, with said research. You start marking your hands and then getting those boards where you have the papers and the rubber bands of all the clues. We didn't do any of that. No. Worst comes to shove, we just joined TikTok, and we're at, just like my Instagram handle, Rodriguez_replay. Yeah. Some might call it pathetic. Some might call it Maybelline. Am I right? Hey Rod, how you doing? Oh, you disappointment. I mean, we're here on YouTube, entertaining, like, what? 150, 181, 175 people every week. Well, not really every week, because I'm never here. Exactly. And you join a social media platform. I don't think it's social media, really. Whatever. You join some lip-syncing service, and what are you doing? You're just posting these old clips from your high school days and some Fresh Prince parody that people have seen a million times. I don't think a million, but I see your point. And we all know you're just in it because you're single and you like the ladies. Okay, I mean, like, I enjoy the get up every once in a while. Listen, big man. Okay, don't call me big man. Okay, you fluctuating guy. Okay, I know I'm doing this. Like, I know he has no mind of his own or anything like that. He's a puppet, as you can see. But, in some ways, he's like the Infinity Gauntlet, You snap to make a wish. This guy's been snapping at me for 4.5 years. What's that supposed to mean? Exactly what I just said. Let's start the show. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Rob Rodriguez. Now, I know you guys notice a minor change with me, and listen, I'm not afraid to admit I got a wooden hand now, so we're gonna have to get used to it. I mean, it's a big change in my life, but hey, the new glasses are definitely gonna distract from it, I hope. Oh, I'm just kidding. The only thing that's wooden here is my hollow head. So, really quick question. Do any of you ever go about your day, you're walking down the street doing your errands, but then suddenly it dawns on you. Something happens, and then you're like, why do I feel like I've seen this before? I mean, have I seen it in a commercial? Have I seen it on TV? Am I in the Final Destination? Come on, these movies are made to scare people out of doing things they want to do. Like screw your bucket list. We're going to show you people dying doing the stuff that you dreamed of doing. Ever wanted to climb Mount Everest? I'd climb Kilimanjaro instead. Like, can you imagine being in Groundhog's Day or Happy Death Day? I think we've talked about both movies over the years. But, just reliving the same thing over and over. I mean, deja vu kind of plays out that way. I mean, did you see that movie, The Prodigy? Yeah. Thanks for ruining words for us movies. Like, we have talented kids. What are we going to call them now? Geniuses? Yeah. So, yeah, the word prodigy's ruined because of this movie. And, that movie is about reincarnation, and just imagine, like, I'm not one to believe in past lives or anything, but this kid's obviously having memories from somebody else. Remember, movies are movies, kids. Speaking of reincarnation, like, any Doctor Who fans, I'm pretty sure watching right now, know every 4 or so years, the Doctor regenerates into a new actor. I mean, new face, new body, so on. You get the picture, okay? So, just imagine having all these memories from all these lives, and then you could easily just, be walking down the street one day, and then you're like, hey, I know you, I remember you, how are you doing? It's been a long time. And then you being the doctor and everything, they probably don't even know who you are because you have a different face. Now, this can happen realistically if you're into the cosmetic surgeries, or if your name's Courtney Cox. Now, take this for example, as a writer, as a presenter, as well as other comics and writers, the worst thing is joke stealing or plagiarism, claiming things as your own. Now, sometimes you hear something all the time, and then out of the blue, you just remember it as your own inspiration. Remember Schmuck Jerry? Okay, yep. So, think about that. Like, I could tell a story, like, in any observation in the style that I kind of hone. Okay, so take this for example. You got some twins, and then they don't know they're twins because they live overseas. And one lives in the United States, the other one lives in the UK. And then they want their parents to get back together. Isn't that something? And then the viewers just sit down, like, after said video, and they're like, where have I seen this before? It does sound familiar, as if it was remade twice. So yeah, this happened to me earlier today, where I found a YouTube video, and then the person in the video looked very familiar. And so I spent the last 30 minutes, like, watching the video for its duration, and I'm like, where do I know her from? It's driving me crazy. Like, when you feel like you know somebody, they look familiar, they're a dime. No, just kidding. So it was driving me crazy, and then I'm like, wait a second, didn't she used to do Vines? That's probably where I know her from. And I tell you, I will never forget who Lele Pons is ever again, I tell you that much. Well, we have a lot of show to fill, so that being said, I'm going to need a minute. So yeah, before we begin, I almost said bikini. That's weird. So before we continue, do you have a friend or yourself who's going through some stuff right now? Do you want to be a big help and, send them a care? Just send them a care package. Let them know that you care and that you're here for them. Why not go to your local bookstore and give them a book that says, blank happens, so get over it, at a local Barnes & Noble near you. The orange of this book kind of changed my skin tone, isn't that weird? I'm sorry for being so prop happy this episode, but it's Saturday, and I wasn't planning on doing an episode, so there we have it. But every summer, me and my good friend look forward to a reality show on CBS known as Big Brother, okay? I've been watching the last almost 6 summers or so, and I find that he's a super fan. He knows what he's talking about, and I'm just along for the ride. Just being just having casual knowledge can be very awkward, especially in a room full of super fans. Like, to be honest, I haven't seen anything Harry Potter past the Goblet of Fire, and that disappoints a lot of people. Like, I better not see you down Diagon Alley in Universal Studios. Slaps that butter beer out of my hands. Like, what is wrong with you? You don't deserve this wand. Some physical humor too. Prop comedy and physical humor. This episode's a double threat. It's time for that weekly list known as the possibility list. It's kind of like when you wear a suit to an ugly sweater party. Alright, this list is titled 5 Lesser Known Signs of Intelligence. We're all smart in our own way. No hesitating with this list whatsoever, okay? At number 5, drinking Red Bull and Monster with a splash of Rockstar. I have some experience with this one. Hence, I actually did a show on this exact concoction. Let me briefly play a clip of that. Everyone knows someone like this unless, all your friends are loud or imaginary. I was super awkward at 18. Okay, number 4. Filling up your gas tank every trip. Number 3. Leaving Sharpies uncapped in a non-air-conditioned room to get the essence. Poor men's incense. Gotta love it. Number 2. Buying bland cereal, but the amount you budget on sugar is through the roof. And number 1. 5 lesser-known signs of intelligence. There we are. Buying a watch so you don't have to take your phone out. Alright, and that is the possibility list for you this week. Well, there you have it. I didn't think I was actually gonna, pull out an episode, but I guess I had to let the energy out somehow. Even if this episode was, kind of out there. Well, that is the show for you this week. You know to follow me on social media. Until next time, please check out the second channel. Follow me not only on TikTok, but you can also follow me on Snapchat because we joined there, Rodriguez Replay. So please follow that as well. I'm on a roll with the social media. Not really, because we have very little followers. Yep, they're like 3 inches tall. Okay, so see ya.